Hi, everyone. So I just wanted to make a screencast to give our mini lesson for our new module. So our new module is going to be module 6. So when I pass out the books, and it's actually going to be happening today, you'll actually have your into reading book and you'll have packets of information for math so that you'll really be able to work your way through different things. So I'm going to be presenting a mini lesson and you can follow along with your book or your packet depending on if it's going to be math or ELA. And then I'm going to be able to share information with you via video, and then you can ask questions of me later. So for module 6, the focus is going to be I can build my background knowledge of different art forms. So when we're thinking about this, we're really going to be diving deep into different types of art. So specifically, art is for everyone. The world is but canvas to our imaginations. Henry David Thoreau. So we're really going to be thinking about lots of different types of art forms and how they're presented in different ways. So this week, we're actually really going to be focusing on the biography, and we're going to be reading a couple biographies and really focusing in on how that is a type of art form. So our essential question for this module is how do different art forms impact people in different ways? So we're going to start off by watching this quick video to really think about how it is that art affects all of us. So you can kind of think about what we've thought about in class and also with Mrs. Hall and what you notice around our school and the world around us. Ooh, so that's a really good question. What is something that inspires you as you're going around your daily life? So, on this next page, we're really going to be thinking about the words that we're going to be seeing in the next stories. So, words like classic, tribute, striking, provoking. So, you're going to hear those words in the stories that we read. And you can always go back to this page in your My Book in order to really get a better understanding of what the meaning is. So this page is all about our knowledge map. So in your book, you're going to have a knowledge map where you're going to be able to write down, just like we have before, as we read throughout the module. So this one's going to be all on different types of art forms. So what do you notice about writing as an art form compared to music, visual art forms? What structures do we see? How about dance and acting? What are some things that we notice that are similar and what are different between each of these different types of art? So right now, what I'd like you to do, you can either pause my video and you can follow along in your My Book, Or you can log on to our HMH Ed by going through our student website links on the CCS website. So you can follow along as I read, or you can read it to yourself and join me after the video. Let's get creative. No matter what their creations take, Let's try that again. Let's get creative. No matter what form their creations take, all artists have similar goals. Artists explore what it means to be a person, to think, feel, and be. They're interested in sharing something of themselves as well as provoking emotions in other people, their audience, using a variety of tools, including words, music, paint, and movement. They make people laugh, cry, fear, hope, and wonder. Storytelling. People have been using words creatively for many thousands of years. Storytelling began long before people invented writing. Back then, people passed stories along orally. The oldest known written story is a classic tale, the Epic of Gilgamesh, which pays tribute to an honored king. It was first written on clay tablets in the late 2nd or 3rd millennium BCE. Today's storytellers have many ways to share their work: books, plays, screenplays, magazines, and blogs. Even tweets and text messages can be creative. Writers can use words, letters, and even emojis to communicate ideas. Writers' stories describe places, people, and events of all kinds. Some are fantastic, such as an interplanetary friendship set up in the distant future. Others are more realistic, such as a lonely student struggling to fit in at a new school. Writers often use dialogue to help readers understand characters' relationships, moods, and motives. So think about what kind of storytelling you really enjoy. Do you like storytelling where it's more fantastical? Do you like more realistic storytelling? Are you interested in historical pieces? Does poetry move you? Think about the different words that you know that really are of interest to you. Visual art. Carved stone and shell beads from Africa are the oldest known examples of visual art. Some experts think that some of these objects of art were created about 75,000 years ago. In Europe, people made stone carvings and simple yet striking cave drawings more than 35,000 years ago. Over the centuries, ancient artists used a variety of media, from clay and cloth to bone and wood, to make objects that were beautiful and often useful as well. These ancient artifacts tell us stories about what it was like to live long ago. So think about what kind of things we were starting to learn about with the Aztecs, Incas, and Mayas. What kind of visual art did we notice that they were producing? Modern visual artists tell stories and provoke emotions by painting with oils, acrylics, and watercolors. They carve in wood and stone and sculpt in clay. They work with metal, plaster, cloth, and many other materials. They take photographs. Digital tools from cameras to computers and cell phones enable artists to collect, duplicate, and alter images to create art. Digital art can reach audiences all over the world. So think about what are some things that you have created in Mrs. Hall's art class or in our classroom, and think about what kind of media you like to use. Music and movement. Music has been around since ancient times. The first musical instrument was the human voice. The oldest known crafted instruments, flutes made from bone and ivory and discovered in Europe, are about 40,000 years old. Since that time, humans have used many other instruments, from animal skin drums to synthesizers to make music. Today's musicians may perform before thousands of fans, and many share recorded music digitally with millions of fans. Yet these artists have the same goal as the earliest music makers. They want to connect with others through the power of sound. Sorry, guys. In the art of dance, movement expresses emotion. The first dances were probably performed in religious ceremonies. Later, people began to dance as a way to socialize and have fun. Ballet and modern dance use music and movement to tell stories or evoke moods. There is no limit to the ways humans can express themselves. Maybe the future will bring new, unimaginable art forms. One thing is for certain, though: the human urge to create will always enrich our world. So, your task today is going to be to reread this passage, and then you're going to annotate. So, pull out important ideas, write down notes about what is the main idea of each section. And then your job is going to be to go to our ELA classroom, and then you're going to answer the exit ticket that goes along with the Module 6, Lesson 1. Have a great day, and I can't wait to hear all of your new ideas.